All right, guys, we are live. I am here with my boy Stevie from Stevie Loves Horror.
What is
What's up,
up,
my man?
everybody?
Oh, not much, man. And hopefully, yeah, Sean. All right, Sean's about to put it on Tubi, Sean. For we are watching
Sweet.
Lucio Fulci's The Beyond, which Stevie has never seen, which I am so excited. That's one of my favorite things to do with watch parties is watching movies with people who have not seen them and getting reactions from them. So this is gonna be fun for sure, my man. Which I know you're not too big on Italian horror, right? Or like haven't gotten too much into it.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Um, just the only Italian horror I think I've really seen is honestly Suspiria. I think
yeah,
that that I know of at least.
yeah. So we gotta get you into much more Italian horror, which I will do for sure because I love Italian horror. It's a very acquired taste compared to
Okay.
American horror, like if for
Right.
sure. Like there
Right.
is, I know a lot of people who try to get into it and it's just not for them. I know people who try to get into it and they're like, why the hell didn't I start getting into this a lot earlier? Like
Right.
it's different with a lot of people. But I mean, Argento, Fulci, and Mario Bava are like the three kings, like to go by. Like, if you,
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you some recommendations too,
Right.
especially like Argento's Deep Red is a masterpiece. Opera is a masterpiece by him too. His whole stretch of movies from his debut, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage in 1970, to '89 with 19 with Opera, might be like the longest and best stretch of phenomenal movies, like back to back to back, like ever. Like the only one I can think of is Carpenter, like his '70s and '80s stuff.
Right. Right.
Besides that, like I can't think of anyone besides Argento with a track record that great in the '70s and '80s. Oh shit!
Well,
I gotta get the link for
I am excited.
What were we saying?
I said, well, I am excited.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, oh God.
And yeah, Sean, you gotta get actually Lauren and me were talking about this. Um, Fulci especially like with his there are plots, but they're such thin plots. But you got to look at like Fulci's movies as like being in the universe of the movie, like for it to make sense. If that makes sense, Stevie, you know what I mean?
I,
Like
I don't like pneumonia. I've had it before and it sucked.
what? Who said pneumonia? Oh, okay. I didn't know who said it. Phenomena. Yeah, Phenomena. You would like Argento's Phenomena. That's a great one too. It has Jennifer Connelly in her first role,
Okay.
and
I
And Donald Pleasance in Argento's Phenomena. So
okay.
You have Jennifer
I don't
Connelly,
know.
Donald Pleasance
I don't know either of those two. See, I'm the worst at like
with names and
directors'
stuff.
names and actors'
Yeah,
names, musicians' names. I'm
yeah,
the worst.
I'm pretty good with them. It's just I have so many like from all the horror movies, just horror movies, not even full like all movies, but just the horror movies alone I've seen. And since music's my life, as a musician, all the
Right.
music I have like 2-3 terabyte collection of music.
Right.
But I remember like 99% of like the year of the album, the band members' names, the year a movie came out, like most of
See,
the time.
yeah.
Sometimes I'll
So
be like, why
I,
the fuck
I
can't I remember this?
I'm that way, but like I can remember like lines in a movie,
On this, yeah.
like after one watch, like I can like remember everything about it, but I can't remember like the names. I mean, like like some names, like if I really into it, but yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And for some reason, with I don't know if it's just me, Sean might be able to say here too. Italian horror, it's a lot harder for me to remember the names. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because it's a
Well,
different language than
yeah,
they're not big popular artists, actors and stuff that I would recognize from other things, something like that. But it's weird with Italian horror. Like it's much harder for me to remember the names.
yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like all foreign, so
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it does play a role with most foreign films, but
yeah.
like I've never been big into Japanese horror. Like I like
I love Korean horror.
what is it?
Korean horror.
Oh, Korean horror.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know how much Korean horror I've really dived into. Um,
Um, I like. I saw the devil. I loved.
oh, that's a good
Um,
one actually. Yeah, I've seen that. I
it's
saw
not.
that one.
Yeah. It's not really horror. I mean, it's horror.
No,
It's
it's yeah, I know what you mean. It's more like psychological thriller
yeah.
ish, but
I
like
I loved Parasite, even though I know it's like
yeah,
mainstream,
I've seen Parasite.
and it wasn't really horror, but I just thought it was so like hilarious the way they fucking just
Yeah,
like dupe that family. It was fucking genius.
it is a good
And
plan, right?
that show, Squid Games. I don't know. Have you seen
I
that?
still have to see that. It's
It's
on
so
Netflix,
good.
right? Isn't?
So
I've been
good.
hearing great things about it when it came out.
I know, dude. I need to fucking get my Netflix back. Like, it's so
I
good.
got you.
It's so
I'll
good.
after the movie, I'll send it to you. So log in.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's a really good show.
Yeah, see, like
Oh,
Sean says. Yeah, Sean, I'm the same way. I remember directors' names in foreign films.
hmm.
That like very, very little. Like just even talking to Beyond here. This is my top 10 movies of all time. Emily is a character's name. That's it. Like I really can't remember the name. But like Fulci has a very like nightmare fuel like feel to his movies. Like they feel very like not lucid dreaming, but almost that type of way. So that's why I say like when you have to like contain yourself in the story, like in the movie's universe that it's taking place in. Otherwise, you wouldn't have no idea what's going on, and there would be like no plot and stuff like that. Like it's kind of like stringing like a bunch of awesome sequences together that vaguely do tie in together if you are paying attention enough. Like Fulci just has just such a he has such an amazing style to him. But Sean, are you gonna you want to hop on with us, or you're gonna watch some chat? Doesn't matter either. Whatever you want to do.
Well, I got my horror movie watching blanket,
Mm,
so I'm set.
awesome. Yeah, you showed me that, right? It has the who's on it? Well, the face, the different icons. Or am I thinking of Nanette's one? She has
Mm,
one too.
I don't know. Maybe let me see if I can. This one.
Oh damn, that's right. Yeah, yeah. You gotta show me that. That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I need to get more horror memorabilia. Where's my
I feel you, Sean.
I
We
got all
both live like we
I got
both live in a building and are
oh there's my man.
always
There's my boy.
courteous.
What's
Hey,
up,
what's
man?
up, guys?
What's
Yeah.
up, man? I was just breaking out my little 6 shooter puppet master guy. I got it's so weird. I never got into Puppet Master until doing the series on the channel here, but yet I have fucking all these fucking puppet figurines and shit from back in the day. I don't know why. Uh, It just Puppet Master was cool looking shit back in the day. I said, yeah, I'll get some of those. I'll get fucking
Oh
Puppet Master. What would? Oh, I couldn't think of the name. What's the Lenzi film that we've been saying that we got to see? City.
Oh yeah, Nightmare City.
yeah, Nightmare City.
Yeah, Nightmare City. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Nightmare City.
Yeah, but I remember we got to see that. We got to do a watch party for that like very soon. That's one we've been talking about for a while.
I was just watching this movie called Avenged, and it was like this girl, I don't know,
Avenged.
gets like kidnapped, and she's like mute, or I mean, she's deaf,
Mm.
and yeah, I didn't finish it though because I fell asleep, but yeah, looks pretty good.
Speaking about falling asleep, guess what I saw 2 days ago? Skinamarink.
Yeah.
It was
Is that any good?
fucking disgusting. Terrible.
Wait, what movie?
Like, there's a difference. Like, it's like very Skinamarink.
No, that already sounds
Yeah,
disgusting.
Skinamarink.
Like, no, I'm not into Skinamarink.
It's like there. I like artsy movies and like movies that can be considered pretentious and like it has to be done right. Like Gaspar Noé. Like Sean, you know Gaspar Noé, the director. Some of his movies, Irreversible, Enter the Void, Climax. He's a French director.
I'm familiar with the movies, but not really the director, really.
Yeah, Irreversible has Monica Bellucci in it, and there's like a scene of her being like brutally raped in like a train like tunnel for like 10 minutes, and there's like a crazy fire extinguisher like face smash that looks awesome in that movie. But like his movie Enter the Void is like a 3-minute movie. It's like 3 minute crazy fire. Hold on. I don't know why this is echoing.
I can only watch movies like with like rape scenes as long as they get revenge.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and then that's fun. But
like that movie.
I Spit on Your Grave.
Have you guys seen the movie Revenge?
I've heard of it. I don't think I actually saw it. But like I spit on your grave type of thing.
Hmm?
You've seen us I Spit on Your Grave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that type of subgenre. It's even a whole subgenre now, just rape revenge. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
The Last House on the Left was the same type of thing. But yeah, like Enter the Void by Gaspar Noé is like very artsy and over the top, and like it's about this guy who he's in Japan and Tokyo, I think. It's American, and he gets caught selling ecstasy or some shit to somebody in a pub, and he gets shot and killed, and then it's just his spirit like floating across Tokyo and stuff, like throughout for the next like 2 hours of the movie. Like it's as pretentious as can be. Like they even simulate a DMT trip for 9 minutes of the movie. Like from like the guy's perspective, they show like a DMT fucking little trip with the visuals and all stuff like that. So it's out there. I love it. Skinamarink is like, dude, and Sean, you and me can make this shit. Like it's like literally it's just shots of just weird angle, just like here's a dresser, and it's just like with purple filter, and it's on that for a little, and then you hear like some dialogue, but like even some of the dialogue it says in the subtitles, you don't even hear it because it's so low. And it's just like you don't see any characters' faces. It's literally just like random shots all over the place with weird dialogue on top. It's unwatchable almost.
Well,
like it's terrible.
Well, let's all make a movie then.
Yeah, I've been saying to many people. I'm saying put like
it's funny you mention that though, because
we make the most amazing shit. Why?
It's funny though you mention that, because looking at the poster for it, like it comes off as that. It's like, all right, I'm just looking at a weird image right now.
That's exactly what the whole movie was, and I can't speak 100% definitively since I did fall asleep. With 30 minutes left or something like that, but I guarantee you it wasn't getting any better after that. Oh, but oh man, it was just like there's pretentious, and then there's like and artsy, and then there's just like this that's like it doesn't even have time to be pretentious because there's nothing there. It's just, it's just like I don't know. It's so insane, and I've heard split things on it, but much more split in the direction of this is what the fuck is this? This is terrible, versus like a good split. But I do know some people who like it. I know people who said that it plays on like childhood fears of theirs and stuff like that, which I'm lucky enough to remember like last week, let alone like being a kid. So like I don't even remember what those childhood fears were, but they didn't do a good job capturing mine. I can tell you that. This movie was terrible. But all right, let's start the Beyond. Right, Sean, you have it queued up.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready, Stevie?
Yeah.
All right, so 3 on go.
I think so.
I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, then go. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Now I know the main girl in this has been in. She's in all 3 of the Gates of Hell trilogy. Catherine.
Yeah, her name's like Catriona something.
Yeah, McCall or something like that. She is in City of the Living Dead. She's in this, and then she's in House by the Cemetery. Which is your favorite, Sean, out of the Gates of Hell trilogy?
It's probably got to be this one.
Yeah, me too.
Beyond.
It's my favorite Fulci movie in general,
but if I had to pick a Fulci film, it might be Zombie.
Yeah, Zombie's great. I just did Zombie this month for the zombie theme in my month. The Zombie's so good. And I like how in Zombie they actually make it like not your traditional Romero zombie. That like they're still like those like what they used to be back in the day, like before Night of the Living Dead, when it was like all voodoo or like the result of like science gone wrong and shit. Like that's what the zombie was before Night of the Living Dead. Like Romero basically invented the whole zombie as we know it.
I fucking ran into the same problem again.
What?
I always keep forgetting all I have is an iPhone, and it's not letting me fucking do it. Like, I mean, like, oh fuck, and I just like looked at it, and it looks dope, and I really want to watch it.
So what happened? So did you play it, or is it playing, or is it not playing?
Well, I played it, but then it like cut off. Like,
okay, so let's.
What was I still on the screen? Whenever for a minute.
Were you on the screen? What do you mean?
Like could you see me on the live stream?
I just see your icon.
Okay. Well, for a second. Okay.
But that's why I was saying earlier before we did this. I was saying if anything, what you might have to do is like you have the Tubi app or you do the browser user it.
I have the app.
Okay, so then you might be able to just start the app, and then with this like in the browser, like just mute your microphone, or then just talk in chat, like or in private chat if you want to on here. Because the sound's gonna get picked up and drown out your voice if you use the mic. So that might be the best bet is to just leave this running in the background, mute the mic, and then just watch the movie on the phone, and then just you can type.
Sweet.
Yeah. So let me know when you started.
And
I'll say it like
starting now.
Like a minute. I'm at a minute mark, Sean. I was glad you're up, Sean. It's a cool surprise that you were able to hop on here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Usually I'll be up for like a day or two and then I crash. And I'll be up for like a day or two.
That's how I am too. You know how I am. Same type of shit. Fucking go day or two without sleep, and then catch up 4 or 5 hours. Same thing over and over.
Like I'm like one of those people. If I even like try to go to sleep, I'll just sit there and just lay there.
No,
I'm
yeah,
like,
that's when the circus kicks into high gear and the the mind's
yeah.
racing and fucking like da.
And you sit there and then you go through every thought in your head and it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's like now I can't sleep at all. Like, what am I gonna do now? And you just fucking.
That's
I
why
do
like
middle school.
I like when people in my family are like, why don't you at least just try to go to sleep? I'm like, it's not gonna work. Like I already know it's not gonna work.
Exactly. That's the
I'm not gonna
worst.
sit there.
Like, well, you don't know until you try this, try this. It's like, no, I know. Like, it ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen. Like, I'm not falling asleep.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. Hola. I said,
All right.
welcome back. Hola. Okay.
What's your timestamp?
I'm just at a minute right now, waiting for
A
him.
minute. Okay, I'm like 5 minutes in for some reason.
Oh yeah, Stevie's trying to figure it out because he only has his phone.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's gonna
I
put it.
think I'm
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
gonna. I think I'm just gonna have to leave the live stream and just watch it and then just comment. Yeah.
Yeah, but why though? Like, what's the issue? What's going on with it? Like, what's it say? 'Cause you
Well,
should be able to just minimize the browser with the StreamYard on it, and then just watch the app for the movie.
To the app.
Although I hate iPhones, so
I
this
know.
is why I always go Android with Hey.
Yeah. So
They let you actually control your system.
yeah. So every time I go, leave because StreamYard is on the on my Google,
Mm.
so every time I leave it and go to the app, it loses the connection.
All right. So then, yeah. All right. So then, why don't you? Yeah,
Sure.
do leave the stream. Go into the chat here. On the
Yeah.
stream chat, and just type communicate through that way.
Yeah.
Your phone has that thing, right? That it splits apps, like so you can have like the movie in the top part and like the YouTube video with the chat in the second part of the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope
Yeah.
so.
Yes, it should. I mean, most phones do, so you should be able to do that. All right, so just type in the chat when you are ready, and then we will restart it. Here you go. Or just let me know when you're at. Let me know when you're at a minute because the ads start off like right away. So I'm at a minute. Sean's at a minute.
Yeah. I'm at like 30 seconds. All right.
Yeah, cool. All right, see you in chat. Yeah, it sucks. He's got to get more than a phone. Like if I lost this laptop, man, like I wouldn't be able to fucking do this channel. Did I ever tell you the story about this? How I found this laptop? It's a Surface. It's a Microsoft Surface Pro Go, and I haven't had a laptop in like 10 years. I've been using my phone for like my laptop for like a decade or so, and I was searching through my room and like going through like between like two big fucking cabinets that don't move and shit, like bookshelves almost. And I just found this thing. I have no idea where it came from. I fucking called and texted a few friends of mine that would be the only people that around that would, and it's none of theirs. I have no idea where it came from. It's just a fucking like, it appeared. and now it's like just I consider it a gift from the universe because I don't know where it came from. Like I thought of every like possible like ex girlfriend and stuff like that. Nope, no, I don't have a computer. I'm like, all right, then I'll fucking take it. Like,
That's
I don't
really odd. I mean, to
know,
misplace
right?
a laptop is really odd. But I was at a baseball game one time, and I found a backpack on the ground with 2 laptops in it,
Yeah,
and I'm like, why is like no one trying to claim this?
yeah.
And I went up to the usher to try to give them the bag, and they're like, no, we can't take that because we don't know what's in the bag. I'm like, there's 2 laptops in there, look. And they're like, no, we can't touch it. And then one of the guys told me, like, look, that could potentially be a bomb or something in there. We can't touch that. I'm like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, but it's not. I just showed you. It's too late.
Yeah, so I just left it next to a trash can because I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna have any use for these laptops. Like, what the fuck am I doing with this shit?
That's crazy how some people are like that.
But I
Hey,
just,
what's up,
like, how do
Garrett?
you misplace a laptop and just be like, all right, I'm going on with my life now?
Two of them, let alone. That's insane. That's why I can't believe where the mine came from. Like I can really have no idea. Like it was like bothering me the first like few days. I'm like, where the fuck did this thing come from? And then after a while, when I ruled out all the options, I'm like, and then it doesn't matter. Like it's mine now. Like and it's been awesome. Like I wouldn't be able to do the channel without it. Like I can't do it on a phone. I don't even have my phone. I'm waiting for my phone. My phone was broke. You know, like the fucking charge, the port.
The input piece?
Yeah, how shit that is. And then after a while, you have to like bend the phone on a certain angle and stuff to get the
Yeah.
charge right.
It gets loose and shit.
Yeah, it was doing that for months. And then like it got to the point it wasn't even catching a charge, and now it's completely dead. And I have a new one on the way. It should have been here Friday, if not tomorrow, Monday or some shit. What's today? I don't remember. Thursday, right?
Today's Thursday, yeah.
So
Thursday the 26th.
hopefully tomorrow I'll have it. I got the tracking. I should check it, but phone's on the way basically. And then I'm gonna have Megan on for that interview. That's gonna be fun as hell.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good time.
Yeah, no, for sure. I actually just rewatched it, just because I like. Did you see it yet?
I've been meaning to sit down and watch it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I started watching it and then I actually fell asleep because I was dead tired.
Yeah, it happens with me actually a decent amount with certain movies. And people always say like, "Oh, the movie's not that good," and I'm like, "No, it has nothing to do with the movie. It's like I just fell asleep." But like it was a weird first watch. Like I loved, I like most James Wan, so I mean he wrote and produced this. So I forget who the director is, but he's always has a great knack of picking directors to direct his movies that he's written and produced and stuff. I mean, he created Saw, he created Insidious, he created the Conjuring universe, Dead Silence. Like this guy's had one hell of a career, James Wan, and I'm convinced that he was like trapped in a trunk somewhere with like a doll or a puppet when he was a kid because there's fucking puppets or dolls in every single movie of his. But I liked the performances were perfect. Like the Amy who plays Megan, a phenomenal performance. The young girl, amazing performance. Allison Williams gives a great performance. All of the technical aspects of a movie that should be there, especially with a Wan and Blumhouse production. It looks good. The cinematography is great. Sound design, directing, editing, all that's great. And I was really enjoying like the first half of the movie. Then it just like nosedove for me, like decently, like a decent amount, like around like the start of the third act. It was just getting a little ridiculous. But then, like as I like, first of all, it's PG-13, which I didn't even know that until the movie was over because I don't watch trailers or anything like that. And they did announce that they're going to be releasing a R-rated uncut version. So that I'm happy to hear because I mean there's not many that there's maybe like 3 kills in the whole movie. So it's not like there's anything, but it's like one of those movies you don't need kills in. You know what I mean? Like you don't like really need gore or like good kills and stuff. It's more just like centric around like the characters and stuff like that. But after rewatching it and stuff, and it actually makes sense because one of the things I thought was the most like crazy out there thing is she just starts doing this fucking like random dance, Megan the android. Like,
Yeah, I saw. I keep seeing
yeah,
that all over
it's
the
going
internet.
viral. Yeah, it's been going viral. People copying it and stuff like that. But it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Now she's dancing around and stuff. But it turns out the actress, she's from New Zealand, and she's actually an accomplished dancer. Like she got like a second and third place medal in like the all nationals for like her country or something like that. So like now, so once I heard that, I was like, all right, that makes sense of like why they put that in there. It's still ridiculous, like of having this android like throughout this whole movie, and then it just starts breaking out into a dance and stuff right before it kills somebody. It's still crazy, but it makes more sense now. But overall, I liked it a lot more on the rewatch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see Video Tasties is in the chat.
yes, Gareth is. It is. You're late. Did you get a video up, Gareth? If not, you're late.
Is that his name, Gareth?
Yeah, Gareth.
Okay, I didn't know
Gareth.
that.
Yeah, Gareth. Gareth the G-Man. He is awesome. Hey, I got a new sub, Gory B Movie. Thanks, Gory B Movie.
Yeah, he helped me to figure out how to work streams properly on here, which really turned out to be like the most easiest thing in the world. But like, why couldn't anybody at the midnight hour show me this? I just don't get this shit. Bunch of assholes.
Gareth, you're talking about, or Gory?
Yeah, Gareth over
yeah.
at Video Tasty
Gareth
showed me how to like work the stream properly.
Yeah, he showed me how to work StreamYard too. Because the first stream I ever did was like my own. Because I'm always on Mike's, the Real Fit Beetle. I'm like a fixture on his stream every week. But I was always going on his stream before I did like a stream of my own. And then when I won Horror YouTuber of the Month, is when I did my first stream, and I did it. I didn't even use StreamYard because I just used it like from my camera on my computer. But then the next time I wanted to stream, it was like my camera was getting frozen, but the other person's was fine. And then Gareth had me on and showed me like around StreamYard and like how to use it and stuff like that. So thank you, Gareth. Love you, buddy. But yeah, I know, right? You figure the midnight hour would let you know that.
Yeah, because like I tried to do like a watch party for Creep Show like back in November.
I love Creep Show.
And it's like, yeah, everyone's there, and it's like, oh, we can't figure this out. I'm like, all right, I can go live from my phone very easily, but I can't get StreamYard going. Yeah. And then it just turned into, well, sorry, dude. Like, oh, okay, I guess everyone's gonna leave now and just not help me figure this out.
That's crazy.
But whatever.
I just had Bones just hopped in. I was streaming Elden Ring gameplay a little bit ago, and Bones hopped in. I was like, oh, I get to see him. Came in for a little bit. I think he was passing out after that. What happened to Stevie? I gotta check him on.
Did we start the movie yet?
No, we're still waiting on Stevie.
I don't know what's going on.
Let's see. Because he's trying to figure out with his phone. Come in chat. You've seen Brain Dead, right? Peter Jackson.
Yeah, I have it on VHS actually.
Oh yeah, that's
that version, that same one.
Is it the one with is the cover with the skull in the mouth of the woman?
I kind of forget. I just know it's like black with red font.
Yeah, that's.
I might have it around here.
That sounds.
I might have it somewhere around here. I know.
That's the one I always remember. Blockbuster.
Man, I know it's somewhere in my room, but I got movies piling up. God damn it! Like that tape, like, I don't know, but it's also like one of those like foreign PAL tapes.
Okay, yeah.
So like I can't even watch it.
That's cool.
But I mean, I do have it. Like I got Dead Alive on Blu-ray, but Apparently, Peter Jackson said like a few years ago that he was going to be putting out uncut versions for Bad Taste and Dead Alive on Blu-ray, and I guess that news just went right into thin air.
Yeah, right. I have not heard anything about that. I would love to see more of that. I would love to see, because that's my favorite zombie movie of all time. Is Brain Dead. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
generic zombie like your like Romero-esque zombie, but still zombie. So I mean, that shit is so crazy. The practical effects in that movie, and not even the effects. It's just like the way it's filmed. Like it's filmed like just such a nightmare. Like it's so awkward. It's so like the angles for the camera on like so many different things. It's such an original movie, man. Like I haven't seen many movies that are like that out there in their own way. That like are just like it's brain dead when you're watching it. Like it's just that movie in a league of its own. But I would kill to see Jackson go back and make a splatter film now.
Yeah, I would also like to see them like maybe re-release Dead Alive with like a proper making of, like a making of documentary.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Because I'm not exactly sure, but like when you watch that movie, it looks like they got some kind of scope on the camera. Because like a lot of shots that go like right into the house where the staircase is, it's like such a wide angle. Like no one else ever uses that.
No, yeah, that's
and
why
I would
love
just,
so many of the
I
camera
mean,
work.
I could be wrong, but like it seems like they got some kind of like long scope on the camera.
Yeah,
like like
he has so many weird, like how it always like he has a lot of those shots that come from like below and it looks like towards their faces, so it makes it like this weird like
and then like it might zoom in.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so much just weird camera tricks and stuff in there.
And then like in New Zealand, there's so many like hills. So it seems like Peter Jackson will go to the highest point and film down on it.
Yeah, it's just like there's so much great camera work in that and bad taste.
But yeah, and then they also use miniatures in that movie too.
Yeah, like they just the fucking ingenuity that he showed with those movies is like really unreal. Like especially for someone who went on to do Lord of the fucking Rings, like one of the biggest like trilogy of movies that were ever made. And then for him to go on and do what the King Kong or King of the Monster, one of those King Kong movies, right? And
no, he remade King Kong.
Yeah,
in like 2005.
Yeah. So I mean, to have all that fame and just money and experience, for him to go back and make a splatter film like Bad Taste or Brain Dead, I'd kill to see that. Like
people would pay money to see something like that, but I guess he'd rather waste time and money on Mortal Engines and all this other crap.
Yeah, I know. Which like I mean, if he went back and just made one more movie like that,
like I don't even like he doesn't even have to tackle horror. Like the guy could put out good stuff, but he's like going in a direction where it seems like he doesn't even have like a full say on it or something. I don't know.
No, yeah, I know, and that's why I feel like if he went back and did a splatter film, that he'd have no one to answer to. Like that's not a type of movie that he's going to try to get greenlit through a studio.
Yeah, I mean,
like if he does it just like Bad Taste and then Brain Dead, like that's something that he can probably just get done on his own and then say like, yeah, I'm not worried about ratings, like NC-17, whatever. Like I'll find distribution or I'll put it out myself. I mean,
it seems like lately he's just producing shit right now.
Yeah.
Like he's not even directing or anything. It just seems like he's producing shit.
About him directing anything new recently. I haven't heard any news. All right, let's see. Stevie's in chat. All right, so Stevie, start at 1 minute on go. You around 1 minute, Sean?
Yeah, I'm at 105.
All right, cool. 3, Stevie. 2, Stevie. 1.
Like right at the part where the dude's like painting and shit.
Yeah, all right, go. Yeah, I'm right around the same thing. 103, something like that.
Like I'm like realizing right now, like a lot of these films have such plot holes that you really can just like put the whole movie on mute and just watch it.
Basically, yeah. That is true.
But I mean, that's also because like I know what's going on in the movie, so like I could put it on
Oh,
mute
yeah,
and know
yeah, for
exactly what's
sure.
going on.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't care if this gets taken down for sound anyway.
I've actually seen a 35 millimeter print of The Beyond before.
Really? That's awesome. I
It
saw
was at a 24-hour fest, and it was the last movie of the night.
that's sick. I
I think they
saw
screened like 13 movies that night in a row, and they ended with The Beyond.
that's the best way to fucking end it, man. I saw Blood Rage and Black Christmas on 35 millimeter.
Wow.
Double feature, and Texas Chainsaw 2 and 3. Same thing.
I've seen two before, but not. It's funny. I've never seen the first one or the third one, but I've seen the second one on the big screen before.
Two is my favorite of the series. That's why.
I just got that on the 4K edition from Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, I actually I love part 2 though so much, and to see it live, well not live, but see it on 35 millimeter on screen.
And I
great.
actually, when I saw it, Bill Moseley was there for a Q&A.
Oh yeah, dude, that's
yeah. Awesome. He was signing shit too. He was super nice.
I would kill to get him on the channel.
He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard many times. I'd kill to see him, to have him on the channel. David Lynch, which is fucking never gonna happen, but it's a bucket list. And Tom Savini, like, or Rob Bottin too. If I can get any of them at some point.
He's really disappeared from the movie making scene.
Yeah, I was looking for contact information from Bottin, and it was just Rob Bottin Productions, like the company he owns. So I might try to give him a call, see if I can maybe get him on, because like you said, it doesn't seem like he's doing much, like movie wise. So
I couldn't even tell you the last movie he worked on. I couldn't even tell you. Maybe RoboCop?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you either. I have no idea.
But, it seems like by the time like 92 came around, he just faded out with work. I don't know.
He was so exhausted from the thing. From doing that. Like, he had to get actually treated for exhaustion in the hospital, like when filming wrapped.
Yeah, dude, he was busy throughout the 80s, man.
Yeah, that's just the thing. And then think of everything else he was working on. I'm sure he probably got burnt out by the end.
Yeah, because I know he started out as a one-man crew and eventually hired some other people later on.
He had to. Look at it in the thing. Pretty sure he was working like 12, 17-hour days, 7 days a week, like for the entire filming.
Yeah.
I love the imagery of the beginning of this. One of the 7 daughters of evil. Fulci just has such a way of just making you feel like so fucking uneasy.
This is like such an odd black and white.
Yeah,
it's got like
a sepia filter.
Yeah, it's got like that brown tarnish look to it.
Yeah, I really like that about the opening of this. Like
you never see black and white like this.
No, you don't. That's why I think it works so well for the opening scene.
But the whole movie don't last like this. It's just this pretty much.
Yeah, which I think actually that's why I think it works so well. It's just like having this is like to like show that this is like the past, like far in the past, and that looks so good with the fucking with the nails going through his arms.
The first time I saw this, like I'm thinking about it right now, I didn't realize that the stuff they were throwing on him was acid. And I thought they were just like throwing cement on him. I'm like, why is this guy melting from throwing cement on him? Like, what's going on here?
It's such a great opening. then that ass, yeah, the acid right in his face. Oh, it's gotta hurt so fucking bad, man.
And then the intense music from Goblin or whoever did the
Yeah,
soundtrack.
Fabio Fabrizio.
Fabio Frizzi.
Yeah, Freezy. I love the bass line.
Yeah, it is good.
So good. And correct me if I'm wrong. You probably might know this. In House by the Cemetery, they use the same library as in this movie with the tarantula scene.
Yeah,
It's the same library from House by the Cemetery. Like I'm 99.9% sure.
I think you're right.
When they go in House by the Cemetery and they show I forget again.
And that weirdo,
Yeah, they're showing them
that weirdo guy's like, you know where he hung
yep,
himself? He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
where? He's like, right up there on that pole. Like,
Exactly. Yep.
It's like, what? Such awkward.
I know. There's so many just weird characters in Fulci movies.
Like, I'm assuming that guy was just weird in real life because, like, how do you explain that to somebody? Like, yo, can you just be like really awkward right now? Like,
he has just such crazy characters, and like the maid and the weird guy that comes with the hotel here that she gets.
Plumber Joe.
Yeah, and then just later on, she says to one of the guys, she's like, "No, yeah, they came with the hotel." And I even said in my video for it, I was like, "What the fuck does that mean? They came with the hotel? Just fucking fire them." So what does that even mean? I've managed and ran a hotel, restaurant, an Irish pub before. You get rid of them. Like, what do you mean they came with the hotel? It's like you can't get rid of these people. Like, the fuck out of you. Be like, listen, I'm sorry you come here, but you're done by the end of the week. You know, fine. I got replacements. I don't know. It's such a weird line.
See, it's shit like that though that really I think is what gives these movies the kind of charm it does.
Oh yeah.
It's just there's these little quirky characters and these weird lines and the shit that happens is like really makes you think like, did they even really just plan this out? Because I don't know how you plan this out.
Like it is so hard to purposely recreate cheese. Like almost impossible. Like I've seen it done a few times, but I've pretty much just chalked it up to being flukes. Like to be able to really recreate like 80s feeling cheese is so hard to make it feel like actual like organic, like make it sound cheesy or feel cheesy. It's been done, but it's very rare. Now this guy when he falls off of this thing in a second, like it's not that high up at all.
It's only one story.
Yeah, so I don't know why. Like, didn't he die?
Like, I mean, if anything, that guy probably would have broke his legs, maybe. But like, I don't know. And he looks like he's got like internal bleeding and everything.
That's what I'm saying. He looks like his fucking neck snapped. Like, he looks like he's in a severe, not good shape. Like.
That's the type of guy you don't help. Like, dude, you fell off one story. I'm not even helping you.
Yeah. Like, walk it off. I love the contacts though in this movie for their eyes and stuff. Like, I love the whole contact in general. Like, they use the same thing in Evil Dead.
Those contacts look painful.
Yeah, you couldn't see through them.
They look like they're very painful to have in your eyes.
Yeah, like they weren't just like little soft like contact lenses. They were like pretty hard fucking ones that you had to get an applicator, like a type of thing, and fucking put it onto your eye basically, and you couldn't see shit. Like I remember them saying I think the main actress who played Emily, the one with her eyes were fucked the whole time. Her saying that you couldn't see anything. The young redhead girl. Her saying that she needed help around the set wearing those because she couldn't see anything. And the same thing with Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 and the making ofs for those. Said the same exact thing. You can't see anything under those things.
And apparently you got to use like a special kind of eye drop to keep the liquid going in your
Yeah,
eyes. So like
yeah.
after a scene, you got to get these drops put in your eyes.
Yep, man, it's crazy. Yeah, Stevie Goblin did Suspiria. Goblin did a lot of Argento's movies. What time you at, Stevie?
What are you doing tomorrow?
Nothing. Why? What's
Oh,
up?
I just didn't know what was at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
What's at 10 o'clock tomorrow?
It says he's got to work at 10:30 tomorrow.
Yeah. Joe's Plumbing.
I mean, I don't even like. Who the hell would ever want to buy this hotel? I would look at that basement and be like, "We gotta light this on fire, dude."
Right? I know. It's like, she got it left to her, right?
Or yeah, it's right. She inherited it.
But
I
I
think
forget,
that's
like,
what it.
who did she inherit it from? Like, I don't
I
remember.
probably a family member.
Yeah,
Definitely, it's definitely a character that don't exist. So.
yeah, just somebody made up just for the story.
Here goes Plumber Joe with all the answers.
Yeah. I'm convinced something happened to Fulci. Like, holy shit, my whole dude, this chair I have, completely just like shit bad right.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Yeah, the whole backing just like completely fell backwards. I need a new chair. But,
So why did you guys decide to do this stream at like 4:30 in the morning?
Oh, I have no idea. I was I was playing Elden Ring, and then I was talking to Stevie, and then because we were going to do this like 2 nights ago, or like the other night or 2 nights ago, because he was we were talking about films, and I brought up Italian horror, and he said he only saw Suspiria and one Fulci film, I think City of the Living Dead. And I said, damn, man. I said, you ever see The Beyond? And he's like, nah. I said, we're watching The Beyond right now. And this was like I said, yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. And then he had a stream to do and stuff. So then, like, we were talking now. He said he's bored. I said, I'm just playing this. I said, let's watch the fucking Beyond. And then it just kind of happened like that.
No, I mean, you could pretty much watch The Beyond at any time. I just usually don't watch horror movies during the day. I usually watch them at night.
Yeah, and I usually do so. I mean, I still watch them. If I have like free time during the day, I'll throw them on. But I try to make it like more lighthearted stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is. Like I have to make sure there's like no sun coming in. If there's sun coming in, I'm watching a horror movie. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't feel right. Like,
I'm the same way. That's why if you see me in my videos and shit like that, I turn the lights down. Like if I'm watching movies for the first time, like the Puppet Master films that I've been going through, and like any movie that basically, well, since I switched my format up, you remember how I used to just take notes and then just like talk for like whatever amount of time with my videos.
Yeah.
Now I do it while I'm watching the movie, and then I can just hit pause, and then watch, and then whenever I want to say something, I resume it. And then I can, so that way there's cuts like that, and I can I'm more taking in exactly what I'm seeing and what I want to talk about.
That actually sounds like a perfect idea. Like this is why I don't review movies, because I always tend to forget things.
That's what, yeah, like even with me taking notes and stuff, like I'd remember most of it, but like there would still be certain things that like I'd be like, or did this happen, or whatever. It's something like that. But like while I'm watching it now, I hang my fucking laptop on my dresser right here, and then I record, I do a little intro, and then I just hit pause, and then I watch the movie. And then anytime something comes up I want to talk about, I just resume it, and then pause it, resume it, pause it until it's over. It's actually a brilliant way of working with my laziness.
It sounds like the smoothest way to really do it.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a mixture now, I guess, between of like a spoiler discussion, a deep dive, and a reaction. But like, not really reaction because I've seen all these movies, like 90% of the movies already. So it's like a semi reaction video slash deep dive spoiler discussion, I guess. Who the fuck knows? It's called the JT now. But it does make it a lot easier, and it makes it a lot quicker. I can get the content out a lot quicker.
Yeah, I really hate that you gotta like refresh streams sometimes to see who's in a chat.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
know.
it'll just like run out, and then you gotta like start it over, come back, and it's like, oh, okay. And
Yeah,
like
no, I
the
know.
likes will be different.
Yep. And
I just
even
don't understand
even
that.
subscribers will be different sometimes. Like I like last week, I was going from 357 to 359 to 357 to 359, never 358. I'm just 7 to 9 to 9, 7, 7, 7 to 9, 9 to 7. And then it finally shot up to 365. And now it's the same thing, 363, 365, 363, 365, like in the last 3 days. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But
Yeah,
the
that's
numbers
odd.
are always different. 17 I'm at, time-wise. You around there?
I am at
I just did math.
I'm at 17 minutes on the dot.
Okay, cool. Stevie, what are you at? If he's alive.
I gotta get back to the chat.
This guy here is this weird dude. He was definitely jerking off in that room or something.
Yeah.
I said that in my video for it. I said this guy's looking for the keys. He said he's like, why is he so sweaty? Like,
This dude's like covered in sweat too. Like,
yeah,
what happened to
that's
you?
why I brought it up in the video I did for it. I was like, why is he so sweaty? Like,
Like he looks like he's been running.
yeah, like he looks like that, or he was jerking off on her bed or something before she came in. Like he's so
He's like
sweaty.
he looks like he might have been stuck in the chimney at one point.
Yeah. He's such an awkward character. But like you were saying, like there's always like those characters in his movies, like him and like the older woman who comes with him with the hotel, apparently.
Comes with the hotel.
Yeah, they just come with the hotel. All right, and they just accept this like it's normal everyday life. It's like, I don't know, we can't do anything about these people. They come with the hotel. What does that even mean? Like,
And the dog too. You got to take care of the dog.
yeah, it comes with the hotel also. Yeah. Fucking weird.
If you guys have any questions, the response is going to be it comes with the hotel.
Yeah, I know, right? I love this. I love this scene right here. The eye gouge.
Yeah,
That's such a cool look.
it's very unexpected.
Yeah, I know, right? With Fulci. I love this shot too. It's just like long shot down the bridge with her car
It
coming.
looks like the real Fifth Beatles here.
Yeah. Oh yes. Mike, what is up, Mike? He's he loves Lucio Fulci and the Beyond, right, Mike? It's one of your favorites, Mike. You know, you'll laugh at this. You know, a movie I never saw until the other day. You know, yeah, everyone has just like some classic movies they never get around to.
Yeah.
Aliens.
The sequel, Aliens from '86. You never
Yeah.
seen that before? Wow.
Never saw Aliens until
I grew up on that movie. I grew up. I seen that at like 5 years old.
Yeah, I was like, I saw Alien, the first Alien, I want to say when I was 10, 11, something like that. I'm not a big sci-fi guy, and I'm not like a big 80s action sci-fi or action anything guy. Like,
yeah, I hear you.
so like, Michael fucking loves it. Like, yeah, he's already saying no. Because me and Lord got to debate it with him and Dave the other night. But it's fine. It's good. It's fun. But like anything more than that, the writing is just like not good. Like but I don't
What,
have
for
those.
aliens?
Yeah, but I don't have those, like, I don't have the nostalgia for it, which makes sense. I don't have,
I love that movie,
connection.
dude.
Oh, I know. I'm in the
That movie is so
minority for it.
intense, dude.
Yeah, and I watched the director's cut. It's like 2.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta watch Alien 3 now just to see.
I mean, like, I really like, I don't know, like, all the characters are great in Aliens, but I feel like once they all die off and it comes down to Ripley, I feel like that's when the movie really gets good.
Yeah, well, that it would make sense because that's when the first movie was good. When it was just Ellen, and when Ripley was fighting with, trying to get away from the fucking alien.
Yeah. See, like,
I love
I
the
like, a
theme
reason
song
why
to
I'm
this.
into, like, 80s action and sci-fi is because I always found that shit on TV when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
And
like
I
there's
just
a
got
whole bunch.
sucked into it. Like, I remember the first time I saw Total Recall, dude. Like, my mind was blown, but I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, yeah, that's how like, yeah, I've told you my first horror movie ever, right? It was Halloween, on Halloween at 5, 6
Oh,
years old.
wow. Yeah, that'll do
Yes,
it.
Stevie weirdly has the same exact first horror movie as Halloween on Halloween night when he was young too. So like that's funny as hell when you told me that. But it was Halloween, and I saw on TV in the TV guide it said Halloween. I said, hey, that's tonight. As like a 5, 6 year old, I had no idea what I was getting into at all, and just everything, just the look of Michael and the mask and Dr. Loomis and everything, and just that's what led to Friday the 13th, and I saw the whole 8 movies as they always played all the time on TV, and it was off to the races from there. It was just after the Halloween and the Friday series is what kicked off horror for me. I love that weird body that shows up in the water here. But I like
Yeah.
she
I think
gives
that's the guy who dies in the beginning. He's getting
that's
whipped.
that's what I always assumed, right? That's
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure it's him.
that's what I assumed too. But I love how that the older woman who finds that corpse, right before that she sees Joe's the plumber's like freshly like mutilated corpse with the eye gouged out and stuff, and she seems fine, but then she looks at the corpse in the water and she's like visibly like it's like, yeah, what about the dude that you knew?
Yeah, I
Just had
know.
his eye gouged out of his face. You're
And
finally him.
I also like that you're just randomly allowed to walk into any room that you want at the morgue.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mentioned that in my video too.
Like, there's no one around to,
Yeah,
to question
nobody
you
there.
about it. You're just allowed to walk into any room at the morgue. It don't matter.
No ID, no guards, no nothing like that.
It's almost like they encourage you, like, oh, you want to see your dead husband? Come in here.
Yeah, and literally any time. There's
Like,
no open
we're
or
in the
closing
process of
hours.
removing his organs, but it's probably best to see him right now.
Yeah, right now his organs are all still intact and stuff in his body.
Oh, man.
That's funny. I said that and because I don't like Scream, the whole franchise. I've
Yeah, I
ne-
never cared for it. I don't
oh
understand the
yeah,
hype.
I'm the same way, man. Like
I like the first film, but like barely.
that's how I am too. Oh, I'm so glad that I knew. I had a feeling you'd feel the same way actually, because
Never understood the hype for it.
I
And
never, me neither.
I feel like Scream starts out good and it falls apart so fast.
It's
It
because
becomes a non-serious movie very quick.
that's what it is for me. It's for all the meta humor and all the self-referential stuff is fine, but like we've had it done so much better before that by Wes Craven, even like with Craven's New Nightmare, right
Yeah.
before Scream. And then we had Lucio Fulci's Cat in the Brain, which I know is very split between even Fulci fans, let alone people who aren't Italian horror fans. But like it's been done before Scream. But
Yeah.
that's all. It's all fine in Scream, the meta humor and stuff like that, and the self-reference. It's the fact that it still tries to take itself semi seriously as a slasher film.
Yeah, I'm not really like
I can't take it seriously because it tries to be. If that makes
yeah.
sense, you know what I mean? Like
I totally agree, dude.
it's not a full on parody at all. Like it like I've heard people defend it like that and say, oh well, it's it's trying to be a parody. No, it's not. Like it's trying to be a serious fucking slasher movie.
Yeah, I
It
don't
has,
really like the multiple killer thing.
yeah, like
And towards the end, once you finally figure out who the killers are, it's like I just feel like saying, "Shut the fuck up, dude! You guys are terrible." Like,
yeah, I know. And there's just so many decisions and lines and everything in that whole series that I just can't take seriously at all.
I
And
had to turn off
I'll,
the second one.
dude,
I turned it off like
I can't
I
with
think I
the
got through the movie theater scene, and I was like, "Fuck this, dude! I'm
I
turning this
can't with the
off."
sequels. The sequels are so abysmal. The second and third one, at least. The fourth one, I thought was a little better, but barely. And I finally,
I
that's
couldn't.
why, that's
I
why I
couldn't
brought
even
this
get that far.
up. So you didn't see the fifth one from last year?
Oh no, I won't see that.
Yeah, so that's what made me bring this up because I saw Sick.
I saw the trailer and I could see the cast, and the cast looks interesting, but what else can you do with that franchise?
Dude, that's what I've been saying for 4 movies already. I'm saying it's just got to be done. Like
I mean,
I did a video last week on because I saw. Did you see Sick, the new Kevin Williamson movie, the slasher COVID movie? It's
what
on
movie is
Peacock.
this?
Sick. It's on
Sick.
Peacock.
I don't think so. Is it new?
Yeah, it's a new Kevin Williamson slasher, COVID slasher.
No, I haven't seen that.
Which it yeah, Stevie likes Sick. I know he did. The biggest thing as a slasher fan, because you're a slasher's your bread and butter, like I am.
Yeah, definitely.
So slashers, like, what are the things?
It was directed by John Haynes. Wow.
Yeah. Who did oh, what did he do? He did a good movie too a few years ago. I can't think of what it is, but
I feel like I just watched one of his movies recently.
who Haynes?
There was somebody with that name, the last name Haynes.
Sam Haynes. Like
Maybe it was Peter Haynes, actually, his father.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's who it was. Peter Haynes, his father.
So, but like that movie was one directed.
It was The Relic. His dad directed. His dad
yeah.
directed the Relic. I watched that recently.
The Relic is good, actually. What was I saying? Yeah, so Kevin Williamson wrote the movie for Sick, and it's the same guy, obviously, who did Scream, and I know what he did last summer, and Dawson's Creek and all that. And that's the thing with Scream; it reminds me of just a watered down Dawson's Creek CW slasher film. Like, and I can't.
It's so true, dude.
Film. Like,
it's so true, and there's a million more movies out there that are worth watching over Scream.
Oh yeah, and it's like I can't even call them slasher films because they're not. Because the only thing that we look for as slasher fans is great kills and practical effects and gore. That's like the reason, like the number one thing for a slasher film for me is great kills and effects work, and then some titties and ass. We not even you don't get much anymore, but in the '80s we did galore. Thank God for that. And then like a cool look of the character, or I mean the killer, or like some cool performances. That's it. Like it's not hard to please slasher fans, but just the movie Sick here with Williamson, like there's no kills in this movie. There's like one that's like it's memorable, but it's not really memorable at all. Like if that makes sense. And it's just bad in every fucking way. And I love this scene with the acid pouring on the mom's face.
Like, I mean, like, you know, when it comes to Scream, though, I feel like that is like, it's truly like the first time you saw it, that's it. It's not worth watching again.
Yeah.
It's like you already know what's going on, and it's like, why would I even watch this again? There's $1 million slashers that are worth rewatching.
That actually have kills. and like creative kills, and that aren't just, I don't know, just feel like Dawson's Creek CW esque shit. It's like, oh
And like
man,
what, Scream came out in '96. I think I was 14 years old.
yeah, I
I
was
wasn't even like, I remember the first
10.
time I saw that, I rented it on VHS and
Mhm.
I came home and I watched it. I was like, that's one of the first horror movies I ever watched and didn't feel scared.
Yeah,
Like I was not scared at all.
it's such a weird franchise, man. And then like every time I get on YouTube every day and stuff, it's just like Scream 6 new news, someone's fate revealed. Scream 6, Scream 6, Scream 6, 6, 6, 6, 6,
I
6, 6, 6.
know.
It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like, what else can you say about this? Like, and it's not like most slasher like franchises where the slasher, where the icon is the killer and everyone, it's a group of different people. This is the same bitch that this has been happening to 5 going on 6 times now. Like, who's that unlucky to be in the center of 5 to 6 fucking like mass killings, like serial killing situations? I don't know. They should have had. This should have been done after the first movie, like especially after everything else it ushered in. Which I know you did last summer, and those sequels, and the Scream sequels, and the Urban Legend is meh. I like it a decent amount, but the sequels to that, Halloween H2O, which was had Williamson's name all over it. The only thing I
Yeah,
like,
I'm not a big sequel person.
yeah, I know you're not. Yeah, the
I
only,
mean, I usually get through like a third movie, and that's when I'm like, all right, we kicked it to the curb.
yeah, I mean,
Like that's it.
if there's more you can do with with the series and stuff, and you have a story that works, and like a good plot and stuff, then by all means. But if it's just the same shit over and over again, it's like just
Yeah.
you don't need more than one or two. And like I saw Scream 5, that's why I brought all this up the other after I watched Sick. I guess I was in a like want to torture myself type mood of after watching that fucking movie. Then I put on Scream 5. I said, you know, with Scream 6 coming out in March, let me just finally catch up on this. And oh, it was so bad, man. It was
Yeah, the
so
only franchise I could really say that is like almost every movie is really good is Friday the 13th. Like I can't even say that about any other franchise, like a long running franchise.
oh yeah, I could. I think it's the most fun for sure and consistent out of all the major franchises of like the slashers, like Leatherface and you know Michael and Freddy and Jason. I think Friday the 13th is the most consistent and most fun franchise.
Yeah, it really is.
I think Child's Play is one of my favorite franchises in horror, besides Friday. But I like the whole change in like tone and everything with Child's Play as it went on. I know a lot of people who don't care for Bride and Seed. I fucking adore that shit. Like, it's weird. It's out there. It's so crazy, and it's supposed to be. And like people who
Yeah.
I know people who love Bride of Chucky, but despise Seed of Chucky, which makes no sense to me. I can see if people don't like both because they're like very in the same type of like tone and feel. But those who love Bride and don't like and they despise Seed, I don't get it. Like I really don't.
Yeah, I only really care about the first two Chucky movies, but if I had to say if as far as like liking like looking at the whole franchise, I really only like the first three and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I love about it, doing this and just meeting new friends and shit like that because everyone has different opinions and stuff. Like
But I actually do
that's
want to
what
go back. I want to watch Bride
watch
again because you
Bride.
could tell Chucky is still himself. He's the character is still himself at that point. So that's like one of
Oh
the
yeah,
reasons why I want to see it again.
and
And
that's why
another
I
thing
love the
is
franchise. Yeah, go ahead.
like Chucky today with this TV show and everything. I'm sorry, that shit's garbage, man.
Yeah, I like the first season, and then this is how it goes with Child's Play.
Like they can't even get the mouth movements right on him.
Yeah, that's what I've
That's
noticed.
so bad.
It's the second season was a very big drop,
It's like I tried watching that show and I'm like, is this out of sync? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
And I'm
no,
like watching the mouth movements. I'm like, this is really bad. Like, what the hell, man?
it's gotten worse from the first season because
That sucks.
everything that Dom Mancini has done from Child's Play through the first season of the TV show, I absolutely adore it. Like Child's Play 2 is my favorite in the franchise by far, but I love every single entry from the first three: Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and the first episode, the first season of the TV series. The remake I don't count because Dom Mancini had nothing to do with it, and it was absolutely fucking abysmal.
What,
But
that 2019 film where he
yeah,
looks like he has Down syndrome?
yep, that the exact one.
Oh, that's a bad one right there.
And
That is.
it's
Oof.
Mark Hamill doing the voice acting, which is a legend.
Oh man, that
That
is a
shows Brad
god.
Dourif. Brad Dourif is Chucky.
I'd rather chug NyQuil than watch that again.
No, it's so bad. That's why I skipped it when I did my whole franchise review. Covering the franchise. I couldn't. I was like, yeah, I'll get to that eventually because that shit. It's just gonna say this is abysmal. It sucks. The end. Like, but like the second season is what of Chucky is like really what like it's the first thing that made me go like, oh, like I didn't even watch past the fourth episode because I was like, oh, this is like really like heartbreaking that like a franchise that has never done wrong for me is just destroying itself right now in front of my eyes. Like it's like that's why I'm hoping Evil Dead Rise is good in some way.
Yeah, that looks promising, but I don't get my hopes up for new movies like that.
I never do either. Yeah, I have no expectations for 99% of movies nowadays.
Last time I felt excited about a franchise movie was the 2018 Halloween.
Yeah. How did it live up to
Since
those
then,
expectations?
what?
How did it live up to those expectations?
I enjoyed 2018. Halloween Kills felt like it was way too long.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Halloween Kills has definitely grown on me, but I'm still trying to digest the other one that just came out.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't stand it. I didn't like any of the current trilogy. Like,
yeah, it's understandable.
2018 was definitely the best for me if I like really had to like pick. And Halloween Kills had like a few things here and there, but like, Ends was just terrible.
Yeah. I don't know why they decided to make 3 Halloween movies, but
yeah, I don't know. They should have stopped after Season of the Witch.
COVID didn't help either, so
yeah, no, not at all. But that's actually something funny about the Kevin Williamson movie Sick that came out. Is that the COVID actually is central to the story. Like it's not like one of those movies that was like filmed during COVID, and so they had to like kind of incorporate it in because of that. Like it's like central to the plot line and stuff, which they did a good job of that. So like it's like kind of like a little time capsule movie that you can go back in 20 years and look back and be like, oh shit, remember COVID? Like that's exactly what it was like. Like you couldn't even get toilet paper in the store. It's like,
remember how like a lot of movies used to have like the American Express card? Credit card.
Like
don't leave home without it.
Yeah, like in Friday 6.
I think that lasted for like a decade and then it faded out.
I say that all the time in Friday 6 that I said like 20 years from now, even 10 years from now, the younger generation.
There's so many movies throughout the 80s that say that.
Yeah, no one's going to know what that means. Like the younger generation 20 years from now, they'll see the card floating before Jason kills her or after he stabs her, and they'll just be like, oh, it's a card. And it's
or how like some movies will mention like Jim Jones or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's just stuff that, like no one, the younger generation is gonna remember that.
Like imagine talking about Jim Jones like just randomly in a movie today. Like people will be like, "What the hell's going on here? Who's that?"
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I guess it's just a cycle of life.
It is interesting to go back and see those movies and see what was popular at that time.
Oh, for real, because most film in general, but especially horror, like really pretty much shows what's going on in that decade. I mean, look at like the 50s and stuff with after World War II and with the fear of radiation and everything like that is what started the whole kaiju stuff with Godzilla and everything. And
Yeah, you know what? We were watching Carrie earlier tonight,
I
and
saw,
there's
I saw the notification of that. I wanted to hop on. I was doing something else.
but I noticed when I was watching it that there's a scene where John Travolta mentions something about before he kills the pig, he's like, "You don't have to worry anymore, little piggies. The bomb's not going to get you." So he's referring to the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
But like when I heard that, I was like, he's talking about the Cuba bomb. This is so long ago, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, like there's things like that that you can use like to not date your movie, but there's just some things that date it immediately.
Yeah,
And
exactly. It's
there's
interesting to see what sticks and what works.
yeah,
So.
there was one movie I was just thinking the other night about this. I can't remember exactly what it was, but like that's one thing that like if I'm making a movie, if I was ever making a movie and writing a script, that I would make sure that there's nothing in it that's going to make it so dated. Like as soon like in Bride of Chucky or Seed of Chucky, actually, they're driving somehow. The kid and Chucky, he's operating the gas pedals and Chucky's steering, and then they see a license plate of Britney Spears, and it's Britney Spears, and he ends up like cutting her off, and she falls, like drives off a cliff and explodes, and he's like, "Oops, I did it again!" Ha ha ha! Ha. It's like that's so dated, man. It's
That
like,
song was so popular at that time.
yeah, it's like 20 years from now, though, people are gonna look back in the younger generation. They ain't gonna know what that fucking means or who that was in the car. Like it's funny how they
I
how
wonder how
they
much
go
money
about
Britney Spears made off of that.
that. Yeah, and I don't think it was her in the movie. I think it was a lookalike. I don't think it was actually her. I'd be surprised.
I mean, well, either way, she still had to make some kind of money. But if she was in the movie,
yeah,
she'd be
no.
making some good moves, some good money. But
I don't think she'd ever be in the movie after and knowing what happens, why she's in the movie in the first place. Just to be fucking drawn off kicked off a fucking cliff, basically.
someone should have told this lady in the Beyond, like, look, all this crazy shit going on in here, it just comes with the hotel.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like whatever's happening. No, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing all these visions and stuff. Don't worry, it comes with the hotel. It's an extra bonus package for you. Like you get extra vivid hallucinations. It's courtesy of the hotel. Don't worry, we're not charging you anything extra, and you get continental breakfast in the morning. So everything works out. So thanks so much.
I don't think they're ever going to take those sheets off the furniture either.
No. I always thought it was interesting how they have in this one is what the book of Avon, but in the City of the Living Dead, there's a book called the Book of Enoch. Which I've heard of that book. So I don't know why, if that was supposed to be like a continuity thing and supposed to have the same name, but they changed it because
I know what you're talking about, but I never paid attention to it really, and I'm sure there's got to be some kind of significance there.
Yeah, the difference between them or something, because these are all supposed to be 7 gateways to hell. And we know that this one is one below the hotel here. We know the other one is in Dunwich in City of the Living Dead. House by the Cemetery isn't. Is there even one in there?
A book?
A book and or a gate to hell. I don't think there is.
Maybe there isn't. I don't know. I just know there's a basement.
Yeah, exactly. There's a basement with the freaking guy or whatever the fuck his name is. That's it.
Dr. Freudstein.
Freudstein, that's it. Yeah. So I don't know if there's an actual gate to hell there either, but I don't know why that's even in that trilogy, House by the Cemetery, because it really.
I kind of like that the films are like in a way like they are kind of unconnected.
Yeah.
I didn't even know for a long time that they were connected. I didn't even find out that they were connected till like 2005.
I can see that though. That's like with Argento's Animal trilogy.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah, right. It's like, you know, a lot of people have no idea. It's like they just feel like, oh, this guy likes animals. Like
Yeah, I just stumbled across that info one day, like reading shit on the internet. I'm like, oh, these films are connected. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I love hearing about that stuff too. Like when you find out like things that you didn't know about films or like the connection. You ever like probably this happens with everybody, but like when you watch like if you have like a movie night and you're watching like 2-3 movies, that there's always a connection in some way from one to the other. Like either an actor or actress is in it, or a director directed something that someone else was in of the next movie. Like there's always like these little connections that like seem to always be there, and I love that. It's like happy little accidents over and over again.
It's like unnecessary Easter eggs in a way, I guess you could say.
Yeah, exactly. Fix this fucking thing in your chair.
Yeah, the book in this one's spelled Eibon. Ebon. The book of Ebon. The book of Ebon. You read it, you read it, you'll commit suicide.
That's actually a great scene in City of the Living Dead when she's buried alive.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Oh, I know, dude. I can't imagine being buried alive.
I think that's one of the worst ways to die, actually.
Oh yeah, because then you got to think about it the whole way.
Or even being like let's say you're in a building that collapsed and you're stuck under rubble. Dude, you know, like that's got to be awful.
Hell yeah, anything that prolongs your life while you're dying.
Yeah, like I could never imagine being stuck in a bunch of like random shit that collapsed. Like what the fuck?
Not one bit.
And then you hear people like, "Oh, I can't stand the thought of drowning." Like, yeah, try being buried alive.
Yeah, exactly. It's like at least you ain't wet.
I don't know. I feel like with drowning, you're eventually gonna fade out in like 30 seconds. Everything's gonna turn black.
That's all that can happen, really. And I'm guessing. I mean, don't get me wrong, burning alive's got to be terrible too. But like,
yeah, definitely.
After a while, you get like you just go into shock, and then your nerve endings are just done. You're done.
You know what else has got to be terrifying? Could you imagine being left out in the ocean?
No, dude. I was just saying,
like that movie Open Water. Like, could you imagine being in that situation?
Just talking about this in the video like the other day, you know.
That is awful.
I'm not.
Oh my god!
I don't have a fear of the ocean, but we've only discovered and explored like 5% of the ocean in our planet.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
95, 97, 80% of the ocean on the earth is not explored.
Stevie's like, fuck that, man.
Right, Stevie? That's what I'm saying. It's like, so I've been on like maybe like 3 or 4 like deep fishing boats with my dad and like uncle and shit like that over the years. That's scary. Like when it's just you on a boat and there's nothing anywhere around you.
Yeah, there's like no horizon.
Water. Yeah, that's fucking scary because who knows what the hell is down there. Like,
yeah, could you imagine being out in that water and there's no boat around? Like that is just like fuck this, dude.
Scary shit, man.
Fucking kill me now.
I don't like that at all. Like I do not like it being in the middle of open water.
And like that movie Open Water, I think they lasted for like 4 days out there.
Yeah, that's too much longer.
Before they eventually got eaten or one dude drowned or something. I don't know.
That's much longer I would last.
I think it was like 4 days. Like I wanted to last 48 hours, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's no fucking way, man.
And then imagine when the sun goes down.
Yeah, then you're just screwed. I'll tell you the one reason that I'm not terrified, but I would just never be in the water like that, is that I knew somebody who was, I forgot what it was, his cousin or something like that, was he did like you know, like on like the big like ocean liners and stuff, they had people that would go underneath and clean off the bottom of the boat and do like work on the
Oh,
boat.
okay.
So this person I knew, his cousin, I think it was his cousin, I want to say, was did that for a living, and
Wow.
he ended up going out of the boat and fucking like doing his thing and stuff like that, where he got grabbed and pulled down by a giant squid
Oh,
and died. Like, dude,
wow.
that's fucking so terrifying. Like just the fact of you're gonna drown, that sucks. But then the last thing you see or feel is a fucking squid bringing your ass down with it,
Yeah,
like to never
that's
come
definitely
back.
the definition of helplessness right
Oh
there.
yeah, that's gonna be abysmal.
Like I can never imagine being like an underwater wielder.
No,
Like the
yeah,
people
no,
that do like underwater wielding and stuff. Oh my
that's what
god.
he did. Yeah, that type of
And those
stuff.
guys got some stories, man.
Oh yeah, like
Those guys and like those guys ain't making shit up. They don't have no reason
oh
to be
no,
making that
yeah,
shit up.
they've listened to seen some crazy shit. But I mean, hell, getting dragged down into the deep sea by a giant squid. That doesn't sound like a good Friday night.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of money those people make, but those are the
Not,
people that should be millionaires.
yeah, right. I was gonna say not enough to cover that shit happening to you.
You guys at the spider scene?
He's climbing up the ladder right now.
Oh, okay. I love this
But
scene.
I know it's great.
This scene is so like you could pick out the fake spiders.
Oh, I know, and it still looks great though.
Well, there's a lot of real ones too, so it
Well,
does
I mean,
even
the
out.
whole scene, the whole scene just looks like
But I just don't understand how this bolt of lightning makes him fall off the ladder. I don't get it.
yeah, I know he falls just like for no reason. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. The plot tells me.
And the look on his face is so hilarious. Like,
Mhm. That is funny. And then the way his eyes are just like rolled up in the back of his head when he first falls.
I wonder if they even told him, like, yo, just lay on the floor. There might be
Yeah,
a spider.
yeah.
Just don't move, dude.
Yeah, right. It's like, well, what do I do after I fall? Just lay there for like 5-6 minutes. We got something
Yeah.
happening. Like, we don't want to spoil it for you. Like, oh, that'll be fucking hilarious. And be like, oh, you didn't want to spoil it for me? There's fucking tarantulas and shit crawling on my body. I mean, it's such a random scene too. It's like, where did these come from? Why are they here? Why are they doing any of this? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
gates of hell. I get it. There's a gate of hell somewhere.
It's gotta be with the fact of the house and being over one of the gates of hell is why
Yeah.
all this random shit's happening.
Oh yeah. 'Cause, I mean,
That's the only logic we can really make out of this.
well, remember you see in City of the Living Dead in the bar and stuff, like when
Yeah.
the mirror cracks in half and everything, and so there's like stuff that goes around these gates of hell that like supposedly like startled this crazy shit from happening. And this music is so fucking good here. I gotta learn this on guitar.
Oh my god, this dude's like literally cool with these spiders all walking all over him.
Hold on.
Oh my god. Oh, now it's a fake guy. See, another thing, like he's supposed to be paralyzed in this scene. That's why he can't move.
Yeah.
It's ripping his lip off. Oh god. gonna rip his eye out.
We're at like the exact same spot.
Eating his eye.
And it looks so good too.
Yeah.
It really does. Like it's
Oh, it rips the eye out. I forgot it
know,
actually
like, right when
takes
it's
the
coming,
eye
like,
out.
out
Holy
like that.
shit. I can't remember the last time I watched this movie. I know
saw
I
it
didn't. I didn't
last
watch it in October. I know that.
when I did my video on it. I saw it last few months ago.
Oh, I forgot it bites his tongue.
Yeah, that's gnarly when it does that.
Oh my god.
And I love how it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, he loves
And
those
like nobody
extended
walks
shots.
into this room. Oh yeah, he loves that. I love how even though like we all know him with his eye gags and gore gags and stuff, even just during dialogue scenes and stuff, he loves focusing on the character's eyes. And then,
Yeah,
like, the next person
and he
to
likes
talk,
those quick zoom shots.
Yep, quick zoom right on the eyes. So then, like, as soon as the next person talks, then it's up on their eyes. And stuff. He just loves eyes. Like a bully must have just like poked him in the eyes every morning, like, and it said, "Hey, morning, Fulci," and just poke him right in the eyes. And then he was like, "All right, one day I'm gonna fucking show all you guys." He's like, every movie I make, I'm gonna make eyes being gouged out, ripped out, and that's what he did.
Just don't drink the salt water.
That's what it yeah.
Why is like one section of the hotel still closed?
Yeah, I noticed that in the past too. I don't get that. Like it's like they need a lot of work done on the place, like much more than she seems to have the ability to do, or the money to have it done.
Yeah, like the way it's set up, like I can't even tell if they found it like this or they actually set it up like this.
Yeah, no, I have no
It
idea,
looks
no
like
idea about the hotel at all.
this is like it's the most grimiest abando house ever. Like, oh, there goes the random E-bomb book again.
Yeah, like that's why I wonder. I wonder why they used different books from City of the Living Dead and Myth. Why not call them both the Book of Enoch or the Book of Ebon, whatever it is?
Ebon.
Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie.
What if the inside of the book was all like Avon products? Avon
Right.
calling.
It's just a magazine.
Yeah.
Glorified hardcover magazine.
Like, they sell flashlights in here.
They didn't even have flashlights back in the day.
Yo, what is up with the number 36 in this movie?
Oh shit! I just hit backpacks.
In the beginning of the movie, the cash register says 36 on it.
I've always wondered too what it's about, but even weirder is see how 36 is on the outside of the door. there's some shot in here
There's
that-
gotta be.
that the number's
That's-
on the inside of the door too, and I've never seen that in a hotel.
I gotta look that up now.
Yeah, that was the 36 stands for. Because I've never really looked up on that.
See if I can get some info on this.
Yeah, they do show it a few times. I don't know. I think I know that it's the room that the person died in, but that's bullshit too in the story, because they say that the guy was killed in his room, but we see in the beginning he was killed in the basement. So there's like a whole bunch of just shit that's not being told true to like the main character.
Oh, that bathtub water is so gross.
I know, it's just gonna say the same thing, and that's why you never stick his like, arm or hand or anything into water like that. Because the shit that's about to happen to her is gonna happen to you. Do that shit. I love how his face like rises a little bit out of the tub before he pops out.
Oh yeah, Plumber Joe's coming back to life.
Plumber Joe, you just can't get rid of him.
Like, wasn't he at the morgue? How did he get to the house?
I know. He just walked there. And it should have been Halloween, so at least there was like no suspicion on his part. They're like, oh, it's just Halloween. It's some weird looking guy, awesome guy.
I found a little bit of info on that 36.
Okay.
It says here the room number is 36. The buzzer for the room will ring 36 times. Then Liza breaks into room 36 with the Book of Ebon. Then Plumber Joe's dead body is in the bathroom of room 36.
Yeah. Which is the eye gag was so good.
But there's no like real info explaining why. It just mentions like all the 36s.
That's weird. But at least we know that there are multiple 36 references.
Yeah.
Now it's just us to figure out what the fuck it's supposed to be.
It really seems like there's no legit significance to it, though.
If anything, to me, it feels like it's like a homage to The Shining, maybe. Like a hotel, and Shining has 237, so maybe this was his little homage to it. That's all I can really guess.
Such a weird number too, like 36.
Maybe 3 6s.
Yeah, you could be right, dude.
Yeah, maybe, possibly. It's a thing for the gates of hell and everything.
Yeah, they probably had to come up with a double-digit number, and they figured, well, let's just do 36 for 3 6s.
I mean, that's the best thing I can think of. Could be wrong completely, but it makes sense.
Gotta love that disappointing dramatic music in the Beyond. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, bummer. Oh, bummer. Ah, shit. Liza did it again. Wah, 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 wah.
Stevie, what are you thinking so far?
I don't think he knows what's going on. This is a movie you gotta watch like 15 times to know what's going on.
It's funny. It definitely is. And I've seen it that many. I've seen the Beyond so many times.
Yeah, like I do remember the first time I saw this.
I do too, yeah. I remember the first time too I saw it. Yeah.
But like I remember like the only reason why I kept watching it is because the kills were so good.
Oh
Like
yeah.
everything else that was going on when I first watched it, I was like, this movie sucks, but it's got some great kills.
I'm trying to remember, when did I see this for the first time? I didn't get into Italian horror until maybe my late teens. Or
Yeah.
so. Like, yeah, probably around there. So probably around like 1920 maybe or so I saw The Beyond.
I didn't even realize it like until like maybe around the age of like 20 years old that like most of these Italian films that I watched, I'm like, oh, these were Italian. I just thought they were regular American films.
Yeah, I can see that. It depends on the movie for sure, but I can see
But
that.
I also wasn't like really paying attention to these films like I do today.
That's what I say all the time actually nowadays, especially with the channel now. Like it's like now I'm really like analyzing film like
Yeah.
more than I ever have, you know.
Hmm.
I love this whole scene here. People always
Doesn't the dog like bug out
yeah,
or something
I was
there?
just gonna say they usually everybody always mentions Suspiria's scene with which is phenomenal of the dog ripping his throat out. This
Dude, it's
it
definitely
has
safe
nothing
to
on this.
say, like, if you're watching a foreign movie and there's a dog in it, like a foreign horror movie and there's a dog in it, the dog is probably going to kill somebody.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. That's just like the unwritten rule of foreign dogs.
But, like, with American movies, the dog just gets killed.
Yeah, like Michael eats it or some shit. Like, it's just like, all right, lunchtime. But the dog kill in this is so much better than.
Oh, I forgot the weirdo dude turns into a zombie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's so many things that I rewatch a Fulci film and I'll be like, yeah, that's right, this happens, right? Like it really takes so many viewings of all of his stuff really to like fully grasp it.
I know what do you want from me now? What is it now?
You know, I bet you most of the actors, like the supporting actors in this movie, like they probably only got the role because they were willing to sit in makeup.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm sure that's probably
Because they probably had like better actors lined up, and then when they heard about the makeup, they were probably like, "Nah, I ain't doing it."
yeah. And then they were like, all right, well, you on the street here. Do you want to? Why don't you just
Like,
wear
all right,
that
well,
makeup? We'll give you $100 and something, $150 a day. All right.
they're probably like saying to each other, like, "Well, they can't act, but they're willing to sit in the makeup."
Yeah, and that's like a huge issue right there.
Yeah.
But I love this whole scene. I love the dog attack. It looks so much more visceral than in Suspiria.
Yeah. This is executed a little bit better.
Yeah, like you know how people always quote Suspiria. That's the scene of Suspiria is like the ultimate dog turn on their own scene.
I mean,
it's a phenomenal scene, but like with the music and just like it's the only scene in the movie devoid of color and just black and white. But like this just tops it.
It's tricky though when you're working with animals.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Just imagine how many takes you got to go through because the dog walked away or it just didn't want to listen. Or
oh, it's got to be a pain in the ass.
That is an awesome dog puppet head. Damn, so much blood.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, he even bites the ear too. He ain't done yet.
I love that.
Wow. That has got to be the nastiest ear rip ever.
Right? I love it.
Wow. Dude, like, how the hell do they get these perfect spider webs in this movie?
Right? I on the by the phone, you mean?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like you
I
see,
know.
like did this shit like come with the house or what?
That's what I always think too of movies. I'll be like, yeah, they just never went into this section of the house, and like there's just cobwebs everywhere, or like did they set dress this? Like, I wonder
Yeah,
that with
right.
so many movies.
Yeah, all the smoke is starting to roll in now. All
Yeah,
hell's about to break loose. Man, that is a messed up basement. You gotta walk on boards.
yeah, exactly.
That is
It's like, what the
just.
fuck is that?
Well, apparently this was filmed on location in Louisiana.
That's what I thought. Right? Is it a set though, the hotel, or is it an actual hotel?
But apparently there is no basements in Louisiana because of flooding.
Yeah, yeah, because of the water. Yeah.
So
So I
this
guess
has got to be like maybe in Florida or something.
that would make sense if it was in Florida. But I think Fulci has filmed a few things in Florida.
Oh, it's a creepy guy.
I thought. You know, the guy jerking off in her bedroom. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, get back in that sewer water. Man, that staircase is awesome. The spiral staircase.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's great. They a lot of Italian horror has some really cool shots of spiral staircases. Like
Yo,
are
you
you a
ever see
Mario?
that
Yeah,
slasher
go.
movie? I'm sorry,
Which one?
what?
No, which slasher movie?
You ever see a slasher movie called Massacre at Central High?
That's I don't think
Because
so. It
they
sounds
use
familiar.
like the girl from the Beyond. They use her face on the poster art, but I don't think she's in the movie.
Okay. When is it? 80s or?
I think it is 80s. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah. I'm
Or maybe I got the movie wrong.
Sean Nanette says hi.
Oh, Nanette's here. Hello, Nanette.
How you doing, Nanette?
You know what? I think I got the slasher movie wrong. I gotta figure out the
Oh.
title now.
Alright.
I know it's a Vinegar Syndrome title. But they used the girl from the Beyond that's in the poster art, and I don't even think she's in the movie.
I know. I love how they do that with certain ones.
Just
Like
makes you think
Away Camp
sometimes, like,
2.
what the hell's going
Unhappy
on here?
Campers.
Oh yeah.
They have on the cat. That's one of my favorite 80s slashers. Slumber Party. I always mix those two up. Sleepaway Camp too. And they have the girl on the cover with the Freddy glove in her backpack and the Jason mask and stuff, but she's not in the movie
Yeah.
at all.
Right.
Like that character. There's nowhere to do.
I always love that artwork too.
Nah, I know, right?
Oh, okay, I found out the title now. It's called Memorial Valley Massacre.
What is it? Memorial?
Memorial Valley Massacre.
From what year?
What year did this come out? I guess this was supposed to be a Memorial Day slasher.
That's what it sounds like.
It looks like it came out in '82, I think.
I'm surprised I haven't heard of it. If it came out in the 80s.
It's not a big budget movie. It's definitely
Well,
like extra low budget. Or it came out in '89.
You ever see Blood Harvest with Tiny Tim?
You know what? I've never seen that, but that's the one with the clown, right?
Yeah, it's terrible. it's like you were just saying, like ultra low budget, like so low budget. It's and like the first 45 minutes or so was like the main actress mostly like softcore porn almost. Like just walking around, showering, full frontal, all that, and just like boyfriend comes, they're fucking, and she leaves, or he leaves, and then she's naked again, and just like the whole beginning, like 45 minutes of the movie.
I think we're almost at the end here.
Yeah. I love the picture. I would love to have a copy of the painting of the Beyond.
Yeah, I had the Grindhouse Blu-ray.
What special features are on?
It's basically everything ported over from the DVD, the Grindhouse DVD.
Yeah.
But it does say that there's new interviews with Catriona McCall, the main girl. There's a bunch of new interviews, it looks like, with US production manager, makeup artist,
That's pretty cool.
cinematographer, writer, producer, composer. Yeah.
That's a lot of shit, actually.
So there is some new stuff on here with the old stuff ported over.
I wonder.
And you also get the soundtrack on CD too.
It's not bad at all. I love the fucking soundtrack to this movie so much.
Yeah, I prefer to get a soundtrack disc over a poster. Like some companies will give you a poster, but I'd rather have the soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh, I'd rather take a soundtrack too. Like I love the ending of City of the Living Dead, the main score in that when they're in the catacombs.
Yeah, I just remember that dun dun.
Yeah, it just
it's like really long and drawn out. Oh yeah, it's almost like victory music.
Yeah, like it sounds like basically.
It's like
a way of putting
it's like music you play at like a parade after like a championship was won or something.
Yeah, it works so well. I love that soundtrack so much. Like just from them, and then all the zombies are fucking like lit on fire, and they're fucking falling to the ground to ashes.
Yo, that buried alive scene though. I remember the first time I watched City of the Living Dead. I'm like, yo, is she gonna be able to get out of this coffin? Because I don't know how much more I could take of this right now.
That's so tense. That scene. That is such a tense scene.
And then those random grave diggers are like just sitting there eating lunch. They're like not doing their job. They're supposed to be burying the girl. Yeah. And they're like, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll come back tomorrow and bury her.
They shovel like literally like 4 scoops of dirt onto the grave, and they're like, oh, we're pooped. Like let's go and finish it tomorrow. Tomorrow you put like 4 shovels of dirt on her.
Well, here goes the final showdown now with the crazy ass gunshots.
I was just gonna say something about the gunshot too.
Gunshots are so loud.
There's one of them. Actually, I'm gonna go back 2 seconds just to see it. There's one that like there's no way that he makes that shot. The position that she's in and where the gun hits the zombie. Yeah, like it goes right through her head. But it doesn't. Like it goes right through her head to the zombie's arm.
I think what makes it effective is the sound effects. They're like so crisp.
Oh, they are. They're great. The sound design is so good in this. The sound design's great in all of Fulci stuff.
I think this guy's dead now, actually, this actor.
Oh, yeah.
I think he died a few years ago. Or maybe he died a long time ago. I forget. I'm pretty sure he is dead, though. But apparently he was in a lot of Italian action films, that guy. The weirdest morgue ever.
I feel like I've seen him in
like this morgue looks like you're on a spaceship or something.
Yeah, it's just like 12 rooms, all morgue related.
It's like
bodies
everywhere. Watching like an Alien Italian sequel right now or something. Definitely can't make a movie like this today.
Oh, no. You say
Can you
that
imagine
it's
trying to
all-
sell this idea to someone?
No. Well, I mean, look at them selling cocaine bear to people. So, I mean, I guess it's still things that you could sell people. But this looks so good. Like the redhead here, after
Yeah.
eye contact, but once you get shot in the face in a few seconds, that looks so good. And
Yeah.
it's so quick. It's such a quick shot, but just like the way her head just like backwards, it looks so good.
I don't know. I think I'm going crazy. Here they come.
That sounds like a wild job.
He managed to shoot out all the windows, and that guy got stabbed in the face.
I know, right?
So elaborate.
And that looks a little iffy. The glass in the face. It still looks alright. That's probably the weakest effect in this movie. The glass in his face. But when he shoots the girl's face off, that looks so good.
Yeah. You know, I think the end of this movie is left up to the viewer what really happens.
Oh yeah, I think the same thing. I mean, there's a different when it gets there, we'll talk about it because I know there's a few ideas that I've always thought of for it.
Dude, he just tried to stick the bullet into the barrel. Did I really just see that? He tried to stick the bullet into the barrel, thinking it's gonna work.
The door was shut, right? When the elevator,
Yo, did I really just see that?
the elevator door shut, right?
Yeah, the door was shut. He's
I
trying to
was just
stick the
looking-
bullet
I
in the
just
barrel.
saw it too. Yep, I just looked at the same thing.
How come I never noticed that before?
Probably the same reason I never have because I just noticed it when you said it.
He tried to stick the bullet in the barrel.
Yeah, it's going like, wait, what?
Is it going here?
That reminds me of Tucker and when we watched Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It's with the guy, oh, you're turning the safety off. Oh, what? Oh, that's funny.
This guy's got like pizza stains all over him.
That's funny too. Is that they had I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
Yeah, this movie looks so good on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I wonder if the transfer is on to.
It's still got a grain level too. I always like that.
Yeah, no matter how like crisp it is, it's still certain movies.
It's still got like the original levels of grain.
Yeah,
Like that's
certain movies just benefit from that.
yeah. I think we're getting close to the end here.
This dude wants out of his body bag.
Wah, 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 wah. Damn.
Shot with her. I love that.
Yeah. I wonder if like any of these zombies are like covered in real asbestos.
Yeah, who knows?
You know, like
Put
some,
all over them.
it looks like they're covered in some kind of fiberglass, so there might be some kind of asbestos involved.
Fiberglass for sure. 'Cause I know they used to put that on. They used to use
But-
that to pick up.
Back in these days, they didn't have these regulations and stuff.
Oh yeah, they can just put on whatever.
Barely had permits.
Oh yeah. I don't know why, like every other zombie, he shoots right in the head and stuff like that. But like when this is like the main one, he's like shooting him in the stomach, like chest over and over again.
Damn. Yeah, that headshot is vicious.
Yeah, with the girl, right?
Yeah.
It looks fucking sick. It's so fast too, but it's like It's just like perfect.
Dude, her head cocks back perfectly too.
Yeah, exactly. It's the way that it just shoots back. And then like it shoots back and then like comes back again and back. Like it's
Yeah,
so good.
everything was timed right. Oh, how we get in the basement?
Look at
No matter
that.
what we do, we're back in the basement.
Down. Yeah, it takes them back down to the basement. So I mean, I've always looked at it as it's just like a purgatory, right?
Mm,
To be honest,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just some purgatory they end up in. But I mean,
It's about the only sense I can make out of that, really.
do they ever shut the gate to hell? I'm guessing not, because there's nothing that we see that makes.
I mean, I don't even think we find it out in the next movie either, so.
Yeah, well, in the next one, in the House by the Cemetery, I don't even know if there is one. If there is a gate to hell. And
Maybe we were just lied to all these years by
maybe.
people. Yeah, these films are connected. No, they're not.
Looking Dead, that ending is even fucking weirder because they say that they have to kill the father or whatever before Halloween or All Saints Day, which is November 1st. And they go into the crypt and they destroy the father. And then they get out, and it seems like everything's fine because all the zombies like burnt on fire with the triumphant victory music. And then they come out, and that little boy or whatever starts running towards them, and she's like, "No, no!" And then it just, how the screen splits, like in like stupid looking fashion, like the screen just kind of tears apart, and that's the end. So I don't know what that. Like for Gates of Hell, for City of the Living Dead, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
the whole screen like turns into like broken glass or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and it just like breaks away. So it's like, why? Like, I thought they closed the gate in time.
The only thing I can think of is they were experimenting with that and they thought it was a great idea, but in reality, it really wasn't.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Like a good fucking guess. Because this now in this one, because like the painting looks just like this, where they're walking into.
Yeah, they do a good job with that, but I mean, you could still tell they're on a sound stage, but
Oh no, yeah,
it's still pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, and like thematically, like this ties to the painting of the guy who got killed at the beginning that he was drawing. So I guess he could see into these dimensions or hell or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, now all their eyes are like that.
Yeah, and now they all turn with the same wide eyes.
At least that ties together at the end, though,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the ending to this is so much more cohesive.
I mean, like, it leaves you with questions, though. It's like, were they dead the whole time? Were they zombies, too? Like,
Yeah, like, what is
But
the whole significance of the wide eyes like that? Because the girl has them, the redhead girl, but she's not in purgatory or where they are right now. So,
like, whatever anyone's theory is about the end, like, it works. Like, I don't know, like, anyone's idea of what happens at the end, it just works somehow.
yeah, and that's I love those type of movies. I love ambiguity. I love movies that are like held up to the viewers, what they think and their interpretations.
I mean, like, a lot of these movies do rely on the gore, but I feel like they rely a lot on, besides the gore, is mostly the score and the soundtrack and the atmosphere of it.
100%. I mean, the things that I look for the most in any movie, but like especially with horror movies, is the score, the sound design, the effects. But the sound design and the effects are like some of the biggest things. Besides story, story is always number one for me. Like if you don't have a good story, then nothing else is gonna fucking work. But
yeah, I agree.
Everything in that movie is just absolutely perfect. I love The Beyond, City of the Living Dead. We should do that one day too. Have
I'll do any of these Italian films. I love these movies.
Yeah, so me too, man. I love Italian horror.
You know, I actually do have a movie with that guy from the Beyond.
Oh,
It's like a war film. It's called The Last Hunter.
who directed that?
Uh,
Sounds familiar, but I don't think
it says it was directed by Anthony Dawson, but I think that's a fake name.
Yeah, it could be.
You know, how, like a lot of these guys will change their name.
Oh yeah, I was watching. I've been doing the Puppet Master series. 10. I just did the 10th one. Like 5 of them are by the same dude with different names. Even a female name on one of them.
I know Umberto Lenzi did that later on in his career. He started changing his name to like a more of like American name.
Yeah.
But I think they only did that to try and sell their film a little bit easier. I don't know.
Well, look at Michael Suave, or however you say his name.
Yeah, Mikhail Suave, I think it is.
Yeah, Mikhail Suave. Like he spelled that different in English. Michelle. It looks like Michelle with one L to me.
Yeah, I think it's Mikhail Suave. I think it is.
Yeah, didn't he pronounce it with like a VE at the end in English and like VI?
Yeah, I know it's spelled
Something like
SOAVI.
Yeah, I think like the English version is like a VE at the end. Like I don't know, it's a weird fucking name. I never know how to pronounce it.
He's in the Gates of Hell, actually.
Yeah, he is.
He's in a lot of these like earlier Italian films, but
oh yeah, he
turned out to be a pretty good director. I don't know what he's doing nowadays. Probably nothing.
I love Stage Fright. Stage Fright is such a good.
Stage Fright and Cemetery Man's really good too.
Yep, The Church.
Yeah,
that's Suave, right? Yeah, The Church.
Yep, it is.
Yeah,
it's like I think that was like his 3rd movie or something like that.
Yeah, because that's one thing I love about Tubi is that they have a lot of Italian horror on it. Like I'm looking at Bava right now. They have Black Sabbath, Blood and Black Lace, Knives of the Avenger, Shock, Macabre, Blade in the
Suave, he's 65 years old now.
Wow, really? I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's 65.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. What a Blade in the Dark. That's Umberto Bava though. Baron.
Trying to see the last movie he worked on as a director.
Who's Suave?
Legend. What the hell? In 2018, he made a movie called The Legend of the Christmas Witch.
Suave, you're saying? In 2018?
Yeah.
Wow.
It says it's a 2018 Italian language Christmas fantasy comedy film.
Okay, so I'm not.
So he moved out of the horror films.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it doesn't sound like something I care about.
But all that stuff did die out in like the mid '90s in Italy.
Oh yeah, it pretty much.
I mean, they still make low budget films over there like that, but it just the whole thing just died out.
Yeah, nothing like how it used to be. But they maybe it had something to do with Scream.
Probably
fucking ruining everything like it does. I want to see which Fulci they have.
Yeah, he actually worked he was a unit director on The Adventures of Baron Munchausen in 1988. He actually worked on that movie. That's weird. Yeah, it's a Terry Gilliam movie.
Yeah, he did a lot of Suave. Like
it's just weird that he had a part in a Terry Gilliam movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to see Fulci.
That is really strange. But yeah, as an actor, he was in City of the Living Dead, Day of the Cobra. He was in Absurd Anthropophagus 2.
Absurd Anthropophagus.
He's in The New York Ripper. He's in Demons and The Black Cat.
Wow, I didn't know he was in The Black Cat. That I'd have to. I haven't seen that one in forever. But I guess I can see it.
Yeah, he worked on some Fulci and Argento films, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, he worked on a lot of Argento, and then he started doing Fulci too. Zombie 3, that's one I should do this month before the end of it. Zombie 3. Even though that was like a whole thing between Fulci leaving early and Bruno Mattei coming on.
Yeah, you could see that actually affected the movie too.
Oh yeah, you can tell a huge difference between the styles, like for sure. What else they got? City of the Living Dead, which we know. They only have like
I don't think Zombie 3 is like as terrible as people make it out to be, but
no, I don't think so
you
either.
could see the shift though in style.
Oh, for sure, you definitely can. And I think that's why a lot of people don't care for it as much as they do. Which, like you said, I think it's fun. It's a fun as hell movie. Like it's nowhere near to be shitted on as much as it gets shitted on.
Yeah.
But Demonia is a movie by Fulci I haven't seen in so long.
I might have that one actually.
1990.
Demonia.
Yeah, with the what you call it? The nuns. It was like a burial site of satanic nuns, and they have to like do something. I don't know.
I know.
It's so long since I've seen it.
The movie I'm thinking of is actually a Lamberto Bava movie called Delirium.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I got that.
I haven't seen that in a while too. That's something I should rewatch. Lamberto he has as much as like he does have influence from his father. Like he has his unique style to his own, like in his directing, in his camera work. Like he definitely has some stuff of his father's like trademarks, but he definitely carved out a nice little niche for his own.
Yeah.
And you know what's a Fulci movie I never got into? That a lot of people's it's one of their favorites. Don't Torture a Duckling.
I still haven't seen that one.
I can't get into it. I've tried it like twice, maybe.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's very different compared to like his gothic feeling, like later movies from like the early '80s and stuff, like the ones that we all know the most. But like it's very different, and there's a few that maybe like two Fulci films that I've been trying to find forever, and I can't. It's Murder Rock, and what's the other one? Lady in a woman's lady in a woman in
a lizard skin or something like that.
Yeah. That one and Murder Rock I've never seen, and I've never found them anywhere, like for streaming or anything like that.
Did you ever see Manhattan Baby?
Yeah, Manhattan Baby's good.
Yeah, I never really got into that one.
It's not in my top Fulci, but I do enjoy it. That kid Bob, and he's the same kid who's in
oh right, he is
Cemetery.
Yeah,
I must have like in that video I did my video for House by the Cemetery. I must have like threatened this kid like with child abuse like 20 times. Like Bob. He has one of those punchable faces, man. That just like it just the face that you just want to punch it. Like it's the same as the kid who plays Danny Torrance in Stephen King's The Shining, the miniseries. Have you ever seen that one? You know,
a long time ago.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking. How that kid.
I remember when I watched that when it originally aired, like when it came on TV. Like I remember sitting down and watching it.
Yeah, so you know how that kid looks.
I'll never watch that shit again.
Every time I see him or the kids from Bob from House by the Cemetery and stuff, they just have punchable faces. I just want to punch them in the face. I don't know what it is, but I just kept going off on it on my video on House by the Cemetery. I was like, anyway, I'll switch it. Like Bob gets behind the car and like it takes off a little bit and he gets a little fender bender. Not like a hard one, you sick fucks, but like enough to fix his face a little bit. No, just me, I guess. All right. Like the whole video is like just harping on this kid. It's fucking funny. But
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's left in the chat.
nah, probably.
Nah, I think everyone's gone.
Plus it's like 5 to 7 in the morning. So what we started.
Yeah, it's like 7:15 here.
I think Stevie probably fell asleep too. He said at some point, he said he hopes he doesn't fall asleep. So let me see.
Like, I usually have to take meds to go to sleep.
Yeah, me too, honestly. Like I've been on fucking benzos since I'm 17, 18 daily.
Oh god.
Yeah, I've been taking I started with Xanax extended release.
You can't even come off of that. You come off of that too fast, you'll have a seizure.
Oh yeah. Trust me, I know.
You've been taking it that long, you're definitely dependent on that shit.
In that situation. Oh, absolutely. Like it's been 15 years now.
You know, it's funny you mention that. Xanax, I actually knew a guy who had a chemical imbalance, and when he took Xanax, it made him speed instead of calming you down.
Yeah, I know some people like that who have opposite.
And I'd be like, dude, how are you taking like 15 of these things and still walking? And eventually his mom had to tell me one day, like, he's got a chemical imbalance. He takes a bunch of those pills, he's ready to go, ready to go take on the day. I'm like, I take 15 of those. I gotta go to the hospital. Like, what the fuck?
I know some people who take, like, look at people with ADHD who take Adderall, and then like it calms them down, kind of, instead of like making them tweak out like when like with normal fucking people. Like it's weird how that type of reaction can be different.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Like when you hear that, like chemical imbalance, like what's going on here? Yeah, but I mean, all meds hit people differently.
Not right.
Like even if you don't have a chemical imbalance, like meds hit everybody differently.
Oh, of course, yeah, exactly. And like that's the crazy part about it. It's like finding. It's just all fucking guinea pig. Like it's all guesswork. Like with medications and stuff like that. Like I remember, like I was in a bad depression for like two plus years, like a few years ago, and they don't know what they're doing because they don't know how the fucking brain works still nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all guesswork. It's just like, all right, here, try this antidepressant. If that doesn't work, then try this one. Oh, this has
and then you don't see results for like
you
don't see results for a long ass time.
Yeah, before you know it, it was like a year plus until I tried like 20, 25 different meds. And then finally, like just two things together happened to work for my depression. But a year and a half just to find a solution, And it's like some people, if they have it that bad, they don't have that long, to be killing in an hour and a half. Trying to figure it out. It's crazy stuff. But this was fun, man. I'm glad you were awake.
I probably would have fell asleep at like this hour, but I'm gonna stay up. I gotta actually go out in about 2 hours anyway. So.
Where you at?
But I'm trying to get tickets for the baseball season that's starting. It's not starting until April, but the tickets are going on sale today. So I got to go down to the stadium and figure that out. Huh?
Oh, okay, cool. You have to go. Yeah, you have to go to the stadium to get the tickets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to the stadium around like 9 o'clock and figure that out.
Sweet.
Trying to get tickets for opening days, like it can be a real hassle if you wait last minute.
I can imagine, yeah.
Because the season don't even start till April, and what are we in January right now? And I'm getting baseball tickets already.
Yeah, well, at least that way you have them and shit, and you know that you're good, and you don't have to worry about them.
Well, that's another thing. Like, if you want certain seats, you got to be on top of this shit ahead of time.
Yeah, if not, you'll be in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, it's not even worth going,
though. Yeah, and I've been in those.
Oh, you're like breaking up a little bit.
And then,
all right, you're back.
Probably. I'm better.
Yeah, you're good
Alright,
now.
cool.
It's, that was like
Yeah,
that's
so
funny.
let's
It's
try to
like the
find
only
out.
time that happened during
Let's
the
try
whole
to find
stream.
out what.
It's like the only
I
time
know,
that
right?
happened.
Like I've noticed since I got the actual charger for this laptop that if I keep like while and like charging, it seems to be all right. It's just like when I unplug it, like the charger for like it'll happen for like 30 seconds or so. It'll freeze up for a little bit, and then that was it. But like, yeah, this is probably like the
Yeah.
most technical, fine stream that I've done in man long. Like no
Yeah,
issues,
like
no
I know
problems.
another thing is like there's certain areas in my house where the internet just doesn't work. So
Yeah,
like it seems like it works good in my room, and then for some reason it works great outside on my deck. I don't know why, but
that's
I'll
that's
be
kind of
outside on the
how
deck like this works great right here. I got and once I move, that's it. It's done.
that's kind of how it is at my family's log cabin upstate that I go to every month when I'm with my daughter. There's like
Yeah.
in my room, the cell service is all right, and then like in the living room, there's like one chair that the cell service is good. Besides that, like you got to go outside because there's like a tin roof on that like blocks out a lot of cell service and stuff like that, like cell towers. So it's such a pain in the ass with like cell phone service there. The Wi-Fi is all
Yes.
right, but the cell service is just abysmal. Like only in my room and in the one chair in the fucking garage in the living room. That's it. But we got to figure out. Yeah, we got to figure out when to do Nightmare City. It's Nightmare, right? Why do I keep saying Nightmare?
Yeah, it's
All right,
Nightmare City.
I keep
But
I
I
say,
know I got on
right.
February 3rd. I set up a stream to watch Valentine, the
Oh
2001
yeah, you're telling
slasher.
me. Yeah, I'm down. But
But
I like that one actually.
yeah, I'll just remind you about it like a day or two before
Yeah,
or whatever. But
yeah,
I figure I'll just set that one up, see how that goes, and just go from there.
yeah. No, for sure. Because that's why after I told you what happened with Pat, right? With the time for like our Sunday thing that we've been trying to set up.
Are you talking about have Cheetah will view?
Yeah.
I don't think I heard about that. No.
All right. When we get offline, I'll talk to you.
Okay.
All right. 1 second. All right. So yeah, people who joined us in chat, thank you. There's no one there,
Oh
obviously,
yeah.
but all right, people. Thank you for joining us, watching the Beyond, and talk about other shit. Hopefully, Stevie is awake. If not, he fell asleep. And yeah,
Damn.
I will talk to you guys soon. And Sean, thanks for joining. As always,
Yeah,
man.
we'll figure out the next movie to watch or whatever. We'll figure
Yeah,
all that out. So
exactly. So then we'll get all the info on that, and then the Valentine stuff sounds awesome.
yeah,
And
we'll stay in touch about that. And whenever you get your phone fixed, just text me or whatever.
yeah, I should have in the next, hopefully tomorrow or the next day, because it's shipped. I tracked it, so like it's on its way. So we're good.
Yeah, hopefully that works out for you.
Yeah. So all right, guys, thanks for tuning in and checking the replay, and we will talk to you soon. Take care,
Yeah,
guys.
take care, everyone. Have a good day.
You too, guys.
Later.
Take care.